Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting was properly provided by transmitting the notice of the meeting for publication in the Asbury Park Press and the Ocean Star on January 3rd, 2025. Notice of this meeting of the governing body also has been posted in the corridor of the municipal building and in the office of the municipal clerk. Roll call.
Councilmember Anfield?
He will not be here due to extensive oral surgery and the like.
Thank you. Councilmember Condos?
Here.
Councilmember Connor?
Here.
Councilmember Kraft?
Here.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Here.
Council President Wilk?
Here.
Mayor Peterson?
Here.
Thank you.
The first work session item, discussion of an ordinance changing the fees of summer seasonal rental permits. It's listed for consideration, first reading and introduction, 2025-04 at the regular meeting. And this ongoing research that's been looked at for some period of time, comparing our fee structure and related costs to those of neighboring municipalities, as well as the labor intensive efforts of actually performing those inspections. But
Yeah, Mayor, you said it well. There has been a price increase for a number of years, and we just like to bring it up a little bit to cover our expenses for running that department.
And this one's been discussed on several past occasions as well.
Yes, yes.
And in the scheme of things, it's not even that much, so it's probably not even covering all of the costs. I'm like, it's a
Right.
$25 increase for people who are getting rental income, so it's not
Absolutely.
significant at all.
Anything else on that one? The next one came about, the League of Municipalities had sent around this notice and background information and its position with a prototype or sample resolution to support the publishing of legal notices on official government websites. And this is representative, unfortunately, of some of the delays, the loss of printed newspapers, some of the delays which all the towns, including us, have experienced in trying to get notices published, and also it's a cost-saving measure for the towns. It would be a considerable.
Significant, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all those factors together, the League is supporting this with the Senate and Assembly and asking for that sample resolution.
I think it modernizes, you know, I mean, like, people are going on websites, every borough and county has a website, so if like you're interested in what's happening there, that's probably where you're gonna go first. You're not gonna go look for, I don't know, where did we say last time our stuff is going in, which paper?
Ocean Star.
Yeah, Ocean
Ocean
Star,
Star.
you know, very high.
I don't even know where to go to buy it.
I
Sure.
think you just go to Brick to pick one up. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's great. I hope
yeah,
it gets approved.
that'll be good. It should, you would think, common sense.
It's like a no-brainer.
Anything else on that one? The next item is a proposal from Remington Burnick Engineers dated February 13th, 2025 for the reconstruction of parking lots 1, 2, and 3, and related thereto a submission of an application for funding through the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, the I-Bank, which we've had a successful relationship with in prior grants. That's on as Resolution 2025-103 at the regular meeting this evening. Any input or background, if necessary, on that one? You see the cover letter. It's something that
Yeah.
certainly needs to be done, and
Yes, because the language for a number of years.
Talk
yeah.
about forever, right? Yeah.
The next item, we have a submission from Remington Burnick Engineers dated February 13th for an application for the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank funding as well, and that's for the K Street roadway improvements, and that's on as Resolution 2025-104 at the regular meeting this evening. Any backup or any comments on that from council? I know that too has had a lot of work through the committee and the administration.
Yeah, the cost of this
application would be not to exceed $15,000 from RDE.
And I would just add that, the IBAC has a lot of money to give away right now, and we don't know how much longer that'll happen. It may not happen after July 1, so we want to get our applications in now and hopefully take advantage of a lot of principal forgiveness, up to $2 million, to get a lot of these different water projects done.
And we thank all the committee and Karen, everybody that's put in a lot of, Eric and Josh, everybody on those two matters. The next is a proposal from Remington Vernick Engineers. It's dated February 13th, and that's for the 14th Avenue Stormwater Pump Station Project. That too's for Resolution 2025-105 at the regular meeting. And I know we've had a number of meetings ongoing, and at least one meeting to come with county officials related to this as well. And I don't know if any comments from Marty or anyone?
It says, okay.
I was just going to comment that this is the pump station that would tie in to the pipe work that has just been done between 14th Avenue going north. And
Yeah.
it's to address that particular area between us, mostly between 14th and 12th, to do the emptying of the roadway, I guess, following a flood event.
And it says it'd take 6 to 9 months to complete, so obviously it'd have to be scheduled, because that's right down where the ramp is and a lot of boats.
Oh, yeah, it would have to be, yeah.
Have to be scheduled in the fall and stuff like that, yeah.
Anything else?
Just if this one works, we could plan to have other ones along Bayview Avenue to get, similar results.
Yeah, yes.
This is, we expect this to work, and it'll be a proof of concept, that this will address the entire Bayview Avenue.
And it's a pretty good test down there too, because it's put very low down there on 14th, so that's a good test for
10,
it.
12, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once the pump station's in, then the outfall pipes will be eliminated, so you need this to pump the rainwater.
Right.
Yes. That ties into
The
replacing the outfalls.
design changes
valves.
completely, changes from outfalls to pump station for rainwater.
Any other comments on that particular matter? Anything else from council for work session discussions at this time?
I don't know if this is an appropriate time to bring it up. I just wanted to follow up on previous meetings. I know Karen and I were talking that we're trying to set up a working session with the Board of Ed, so that's in progress. And then also, another thing that we're actually working on personnel is interviews for CFO replacement. So those interviews are ongoing. If anybody knows of any other qualified candidates in your network of people,
Certified?
certified financial, right, municipal financial officer
Yes,
qualification is required. And our goal would be to get somebody in, with enough overlap so that Joyce could work with them and we'd have a smooth transition.
Absolutely. There's a real, and Gina's absolutely right, Karen, there's a scarcity of people out there to try to fill these positions like this. So, we've gotten 7 resumes now, and only 3 had the certifications, right?
And only 2 have experience.
And only 2 have experience, right, yeah. So when you trickle down to it, so we have another person that has submitted a resume. We're going to be interviewing March 7th, I think, like that. So, but we really have to try to get this going so that we can get them with Joyce and before her departure. Yeah.
Correct.
Very good, thank you. Anything else from council on work
And
session?
then we have our meeting coming up with the county on March 4th. Karen and Eric and Josh will meet with them for our needs along the county roads. That's coming up.
That's where we're alluding in Tom's River.
Tom's River.
Yep. I've got it in my book. And my phone. I'll be there. And the county officials have been very helpful in the last few days as well. So,
I'm
Yeah.
surprised this meeting's only scheduled for half an hour.
The meetings are ongoing, it's just,
I know.
this is what's on the books.
Yeah.
I lost.
It's just funny the way it's scheduled. Nothing gets done in half an hour.
I could say so much, but I'm going to restrain myself.
and we have a meeting planned the day before, a lengthy meeting as well, on the, with the planner.
That's correct.
Anything else from council? If not, we'll go into the audience. If there are any public comments on any work session items, if anyone has any, if you could give your name and address in the record. Thomas?
Tom Joseph, 704 South Bayview Avenue. On the three Reming and Vernick RVE projects that you discussed, am I correct in assuming what it's really saying is you're going to hire them to develop some engineering and set it up to go out and bid the project so that a bidder can actually come in and do the work? Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to check that.
Yeah.
And then I had a couple of questions about the pump station.
Well, one of them is just for the application.
I'm sorry?
One of the RVE resolutions is just for submittal of the application.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's all it is.
But if they do the application, you send it off, you get funded, then they put together a bid package, and some company comes in and actually does the
After
work.
the design.
Then we
stuff,
bid it.
yes.
Got it, okay. On the pump station project, you talked about it being at 14th. What are you guys envisioning as to where this thing would be? I mean, I got a pretty good image in my head of what that area looks like, and I've envisioned a parking lot and a little bit of lawn on the south edge of it. Where are you thinking this pump station would sit? I'm just curious.
It's supposed to be on the north side of where the storm drain is in that location, in that corner. It's on the ground, it's not above ground.
And the settling tanks and everything else would be there too?
There's going to be one chamber, as far as I understand right now. There's one chamber, two pumps, Bill?
2 or 3 pumps.
2 or 3 pumps in there?
Submerged.
And the only thing above ground would be the electrical.
Right.
We're looking at possibly 2 poles.
Yeah, it has to be above flood level for the
It's hooked
electrical.
into our system that controls the antenna that's on the water tower.
On the SCADA.
SCADA system, so it can be automatically put on,
Yeah.
put off, you know exactly what's going on with the equipment remotely with your phone.
Okay. Then my next question, that's all good. This is clearly part and parcel of an attempt to control rainwater accumulation and whatnot, which is part of the flooding issues on Bayview. When are we going to get the next public meeting to discuss what the plan is? Because this is clearly some steps forward beyond where we were at the last one. The last one, a couple of different views of what the plan could be were presented, but no actual decisions or an actual plan was ever presented. So here we are talking about, at the very beginning of a long process that could lead to spending money on this pump house, and I agree, that's a ways off. But wouldn't it be nice to get the public involved and let them hear how this fact fits into a real plan for what we're doing? Because doing these little pieces here and there, it just doesn't strike me as the right approach. And a public meeting to let the public know that we're going to spend a huge pile of money long-term on fixing that problem would go a long ways to making people feel like something is happening. Because at the moment, I sure don't.
You want to answer Bill, you want me?
No, you can start.
So I'll start. We just, last week, I believe it was, Bill? We
Yeah.
had a meeting with the engineering firm to come up with the final concept from one end to the other. And that's being worked on as we speak.
Good.
Any other public comments on work session items? Yes, Edie?
Basically, yes. Yes, there's a public meeting.
Edie Klein, 48 11th Avenue. I just have a question, because I know the last meeting there was talk about going to the infrastructure bank for the trucks, the sweeper and the vacuum truck. And there was, you said there's up to a $2 million, hopefully, not renewal.
Forgiveness.
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 It was the word.
Principal forgiveness.
Are these two applications going in with that? Are they separate? How much money altogether can we ask them for? Are we gonna ask them for more than 2 million? What? Yes? What?
There's different categories that you can borrow from, there's different projects, there's
Okay.
wastewater projects, there's
Clean water.
clean water
Clean water,
projects, green infrastructure projects. So we are going to ask for as much money as possible in the different projects. So to answer one part of your question, yes, it'll be more than $2 million.
Can towns get forgiven for up to 2 million in each different category?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
And that's why we're doing it in a hurry, because it might change soon. And
Right.
recently Seaside Park was put on the, I forget the exact
Yeah,
place.
more favorable
Disadvantage, so before we had $1 million in principal forgiveness, now it's up to $2 million, so we want to get these applications in.
And it gets reevaluated July 1st. You know,
Okay.
we could actually end up being in a worse position
Right.
to get money. So we have to act on it quickly.
Thank you.
Any other public comments on work session items? Yes, Mike?
Hi, Chuck. Mike Spadafino, 59th Avenue. Just segueing off of what Tom was asking about, when we do get the presentation for the remedying of our flooding situation along Bayview, we already paid somebody for the bulkhead wall concept. Are we throwing that out, or are we still maybe incorporating that as part of our larger picture, which will be part of the presentation?
I would say we're building upon it. That's kind of, and it was, what has been already presented was kind of like the two different options.
Right, yes.
Concepts.
This is kind of like building upon that for the final concept.
Okay, and we do have,
It's not throwing money away.
and then we do have then approval now to be able to do the 14th to 11th using the pumps concept. Is like, I thought we still had to get approval from the county to do that, or are we good to go?
I think we have to get some permits for the pump stations,
Specifically for the pump station.
but not for the pipe.
No.
But
We
not-
need for the DEP, that was in the last meeting, I think it was. For the pump station, we still do not have any permits for that.
Okay, but that will be like the final piece of the puzzle to be able to let the 11th to 14th project with the pipes underground.
Pipes underground, the pipes are underground,
Yeah,
going
they're
into
gonna
that
go,
lot.
right,
Since we cannot reopen that road.
yeah,
Plus the county is sharing part of that cost.
Mhm.
right, okay, all right.
We got a letter this week that they're kicking in about, I think, $78,000.
Yes, yes.
Any other public comments on work session items? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to close the work session, take a brief recess, and then begin our regular meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Councilmember Connor, second by Councilmember Rotunda. Roll call.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Motion approved.
And we'll take a brief